Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here on 9 News Watch. I'm Meteorologist Chris Bianchi here in the 9 News Weather Center. We're going to break down that 4th of July weekend forecast. Obviously a high impact weekend with the holiday coming on up, and we're going to kind of break down that forecast, when you might have that highest chance for seeing a shower or thunderstorm, and also where. But for now, this is the kind of big takeaway from this, is that we are looking at a substantially drier forecast and warmer forecast than what we've seen much this week. Of course, this time yesterday, this scene was a lot cloudier and a lot rainier and a lot stormier. Now, again, we've already seen those conditions start to improve for many of us here across the state, and we do expect that to continue for the next little while. But that also means we're going to still at least have some showers and thunderstorms around. Again, not everyone's going to get a storm as we get this in through this weekend, but we'll still have some around both afternoons. But the way I describe it for both Saturday and Sunday in a quick unsolicited overview would be mainly what we're looking for is more of those typical afternoon Colorado showers and thunderstorms. We'll get a few in some spots, but not everyone will get one. In fact, I'd say most of you will probably not get a shower or thunderstorm this weekend. But don't take that to the bank. Some of you are probably going to have some issues with some showers and storms. Again, just not everyone. Unlike yesterday, where we knew going into yesterday's widespread rain, flood, total mess of an event. We even had a tornado warning. We had a total mess of an event here in eastern Colorado. Again, this weekend will not be like that, and also be about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than what we saw. So as we get into Saturday morning, we'll see some dry conditions to start, and we may see some showers and thunderstorms develop during the afternoon. You see on the rain map here, we'll see at least some spots get some rainfall. Others will have goose eggs. We won't see any rain. But again, some of us will certainly see some of those showers and thunderstorms. I would say tomorrow's primary window for a possible shower or thunderstorm would probably be between about 3 and 6 o'clock or so on your Saturday. So if you're planning ahead, just keep in mind that about 3 to 6 o'clock we could see those showers and storms. And taking a look at the map behind me, yeah, you see those showers and storms developing around 1, 2 o'clock, first in the foothills, then they'll drop down in the Front Range. Maybe have to bump up that window if the computer guidance keeps up with this, maybe closer to about 1 to 4, 2 to 5 with that primary window for some of those stronger showers and storms that could move their way on through. Now, it's also worth pointing out that we could see some stronger storms in far eastern Colorado for your day tomorrow from about Lyman, Fort Morgan on east. Tonight, decreasing clouds. We'll wake up with sunny skies as we get into your Saturday morning, and the 3rd of July, which also happens to be Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin's birthday, so worth noting that as well. But as I mentioned, as we get later on into tomorrow, Eastern Plains, again, Fort Morgan, Lyman line on east, that's where we do have that chance for some of those stronger showers and thunderstorms, with the main risk being large hail and perhaps some damaging winds embedded within some of those storms. Denver, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Fort Collins, I think along the I-25 corridor, we're not looking at really much in the way of a severe weather threat. Again, it'll be mainly confined to far eastern Colorado. Tomorrow in Denver, we'll get up to about 90 degrees, so it's going to be a warm day with some of those showers and storms around during the afternoon. Also of note, I haven't mentioned this yet, yesterday's storms were very, very slow moving. They were just budging, crawling along, moving, between 5 and 15 miles an hour. Those things were snails yesterday. Tomorrow's storms, and even today's, anything that we see through the holiday weekend, will be moving much more quickly. So if you do get a storm, it won't sit there and just completely wash out the weekend, unlike yesterday's storms. Well, you'll probably look for, as we get into Saturday and into your 4th of July on your Sunday, again, you get a 20, 30-minute storm. It's in, it's out, and then you're done. And you can kind of move on with your day. Hopefully we don't get those storms run some of those fireworks shows, but I do think that we'll be mainly on the dry side. Also, in terms of fireworks shows, the timing of these storms, it looks to be a little bit earlier in the day. So I don't think we're going to see too many fireworks shows washed out by the storms that we do end up getting here into your Saturday and your Sunday. So close look in here at the Front Range, what we can expect in and around the Denver metro area as we get into your day tomorrow. We do have some showers and storms developing first in the foothills, then as usual, they'll drop on down into the Denver area, into the Front Range, and they'll quickly get on out of here. So again, we get a storm, it'll be in, it'll be out, and then we'll be done with it. But Eastern Plains, that's where we do have the highest potential for seeing a stronger storm, and also probably the highest chance for seeing a storm overall. There's a bit more moisture in far eastern Colorado, so again, places like, say, Julesburg on south to Burlington, Lamar, La Junta, that's where we're probably looking at a higher risk for seeing a storm tomorrow, and also the higher risk for a severe storm as well. Temperatures, this to me is the nicest part. We're going to have very nice temperatures, mid to upper 80s to maybe 90 degrees for a high, so warm but not really that sizzling heat like we had much of June. We're going to be talking about temperatures that'll be around our seasonable levels, which on the 4th of July, you probably want that, right? You don't want it to be as cool as it was much of this week, and you probably don't want it to be 100 plus like what we had just a couple weeks ago. So that overall forecast, Saturday and Sunday, keeping those temperatures upper 80s to about 90 degrees. In fact, if I had to bet on it, I bet one of the 2 days will hit 90 in Denver. But again, not overwhelmingly hot. Showers and storms both days will be isolated. If you do get a storm, don't worry too much. Probably shouldn't wash it out. So if you have a barbecue, just make sure you can get everyone inside in a short, safe space and distance. And remember, if you hear thunder, that means you're close enough to be struck by lightning. So when thunder roars, head indoors. Just be ready to have that indoor alternative. Sunday looks slightly drier than Saturday, so our storm chances on Sunday will be just a little bit lower than what we're expecting for your day on your Saturday. We're talking about maybe a 30% chance of a storm on Sunday in Denver on the 4th of July. And for your Saturday, it's maybe closer to about 40%. So not a huge difference, but just a tad drier, and also, in turn, a tad warmer for your Sunday versus your Saturday. So again, 4th of July itself looking a tad warmer and a tad drier, and a lot of you will have the 5th of July off here on Monday as well. And Monday actually looks even warmer and even drier than your Sunday, as we'll be looking at temperatures probably getting up into the low 90s in Denver and throughout the Front Range. All right, going to take a few of your questions that you might have about that 4th of July forecast. If you're watching this on Facebook, just drop that in the comment section below, and I'll try and get to as many of those as possible. So it does look like we'll be seeing quite a bit in the way of some of those showers and storms. I do think, to answer David's question, again, I would say probably about a 30% shot at a shower storm on the 4th of July on Sunday. And for your Saturday, maybe 35-40% shot at a shower storm. But again, if you do get a storm, unlike yesterday's storms, unlike Thursday's storms, we're not talking about a total washout. You'll get that quick in and out, typical Colorado style storm for about 20-25 minutes, and then it's out, and then hopefully you can get on with the rest of your day there. So hopefully that kind of answers your question. Daniel asking about any severe weather for today. We're not expecting any severe weather for today. We did see some reports of some hail up in the mountains, especially out by Fairplay. We saw some reports of some hail, but it should be sub-severe. We're not looking for a whole lot in the way of hail or damaging winds. It's not one of those setups that we're expecting severe weather, at least for today. Tomorrow we could see some severe storms in far eastern Colorado. Again, Fort Morgan, Lyman on East will have that highest risk. Cassie asking about Glenwood Springs on the 4th. Popcorn showers and storms around for Glenwood, and by the way, that could impact travel on I-70 with Glenwood Canyon. And just as a reminder, CDOT will close I-70 in Glenwood Canyon anytime a flash flood warning is issued. Because we're talking about burn scars in that part of the state, it's very, very easy to get a flash flood warning triggered because you get some heavy rainfall that drops on down. You get a tenth or a quarter inch of rainfall, that might not lead to a flash flood warning in Denver or in non-burn scar areas, but in burn scars, that can easily trigger a flash flood warning just because, again, you've got that ground that is just free of vegetation, so there's nothing really to absorb all that rainfall, so it's just going to run off. It's like taking a bucket of water and pouring it onto a tile floor. That water is just going to spread. It's not going to be absorbed by anything, and the result of that is you do often end up with some of that flooding. So hopefully that answers your question there. So that hopefully answers a couple of those questions I believe we have gotten here, and I think that does it for those questions. Hopefully that gives you a pretty good summary about the 4th of July weekend. Quick summary again: isolated showers and storms around both days along the Front Range and in the mountains, probably a higher chance, slightly higher chance in the mountains and the foothills than in Denver, and a slightly higher chance for a shower or storm on Saturday versus Sunday. So if you had the option to pick a day for an outdoor barbecue, for anything like that, go with Sunday versus Saturday. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi.